In 1995, a man was declared dead. His family held his funeral. They buried an empty coffin because 3 days later, he walked through their front door. His name was Marcus, an ordinary construction worker from Detroit. Nobody special, nobody important, or so everyone thought. But Marcus had a secret so dangerous, it would cost him everything: his wife, his kids, his identity, and almost his life. March 12, 1995, 6:47 a.m. Marcus kissed his wife goodbye. Just like every other morning, hugged his 2 daughters, got in his truck, headed to the construction site. But this morning was different. This morning, someone was watching. A black sedan, tinted windows, parked across the street. It had been there for 3 days. Marcus noticed it. His heart started racing because he knew they had found him. See, Marcus wasn't just a construction worker. 5 years ago, he was someone else entirely. Someone with a different name, a different face, a different life. He was a federal witness. He testified against the Detroit Mafia, put 12 men behind bars, and signed his own death warrant. The FBI gave him a choice: disappear or die. So Marcus became Marcus, new identity, new city, new family. He thought he was safe. He was wrong. Marcus is on the 14th floor, welding steel beams. That's when he sees them, 2 men, suits, sunglasses, walking straight toward his crew. His hands start shaking, sweat drips down his face. Not from the heat, from fear. One of the men pulls out a phone, shows Marcus's foreman a photo. The foreman points directly at Marcus. Time slows down. His heart is pounding, every muscle screaming, run. But there's nowhere to run. 14 floors up, only one way down. And that's when Marcus made a decision that would change everything. He thinks about his daughters, 7 and 9 years old. Their laugh, their smile. He thinks about his wife. She doesn't even know his real name. The men are 50 feet away, 40 feet, 30 feet. Marcus looks down, 14 stories, concrete below. Certain death. Then he looks at the men, hands moving inside their jackets. Also certain death, but slower, more painful. And his family would watch. 20 feet. Marcus takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, and jumps. But he doesn't fall. 3 floors down, there's a scaffolding platform, covered in safety nets. Marcus crashes into it. Bones break, ribs crack, but he's alive. The men rush to the edge. Look down. They see him, motionless, not breathing. Blood everywhere. One of them makes a call. It's done. He jumped. He's dead. They leave. But Marcus opens one eye. He's not dead. He's barely alive. But he's not dead. And in that moment, bleeding and broken, a new plan forms in his mind. For 3 days, Marcus hides in an abandoned warehouse. No hospital, no police, just him and his pain. Meanwhile, the news breaks. Construction worker dies in tragic fall. His wife is devastated. His daughters are crying. The funeral is planned. But Marcus is planning too. Planning his revenge. Planning his return. Planning justice. He makes one phone call to his old FBI handler. Says 3 words: "I'm still alive." 48 hours later, 12 FBI agents raid the Mafia headquarters. The men who tried to kill Marcus, all arrested. Life sentences, and Marcus? He walks through his front door. His wife screams. His daughters run to him. They can't believe it. He's home. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because Marcus taught me something. Something most people never learn. When life pushes you to the edge, when you're 14 floors up with nowhere to run, you have 2 choices: give up or jump. Marcus jumped, not to die, but to survive. He didn't know there was a net. He jumped anyway, because staying meant certain death. Jumping meant a chance. And sometimes, a chance is all you need. Your life right now? Maybe you're on that edge. Maybe you're terrified. Maybe you don't see a way out. But I'm telling you, there's always a net. You just can't see it from up there. So jump, take the leap. Trust the process. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. Marcus is 62 now, runs a construction company, coaches Little League, lives openly, fearlessly. He doesn't hide anymore. Because he learned, you can't kill a man who's already died once. If this story moved you, if it gave you even 1% more courage, then share it, subscribe, because next week, I've got another story. Even more unbelievable. This is Motiversity Mindset, where impossible stories inspire possible lives. See you next time.